Right then, what am I going to be talking about today? Something quite off topic, but I really do feel it needs to be shared. And I'm just going to say this is like an out and out rant, but it has to be shared. And the more people that talk about this, the better, especially those which are in Scotland and the UK. This has to be at the forefront of most people's minds right now because of the ramifications, not only now, but further down the line. What am I talking about? I'm talking about Count Dankula and the situation around his conviction, essentially, of a joke. Now, if you don't know what this is, Count Dankula is a YouTuber, an internet comedian. And what he did was he made a joke where he essentially said, "This pug is the cutest thing ever. I'm going to teach it to do the most disgusting thing I can possibly think of, which is to do a Nazi salute." So that's the setup for the joke. There's the context. There's the intent. The intent was to, make it do the most disgusting thing ever to piss his girlfriend off. That's the context. That's the intent. Very, very clearly a joke. Clearly not supportive of Nazis right there, because he says it in the intro. The most disgusting thing ever. The worst thing possible. That's clearly not support right there. Clearly. Very, very clearly. And he's been convicted of this. He made it into a video. It was on YouTube. It's still on there now, I believe. YouTube have been really, really good about this. They've kept it up because obviously they believe in this free speech. And he's been convicted in Scottish courts really recently. It's been going on for a really, really long time. And he's going to be sentenced in April, next month. And this man might actually serve time for this. The Scottish judge and the Scottish courts, the prosecution said, context and intent does not matter. No. Bullshit. Absolute BS. Context and intent matters, especially in the eyes of the law, because that is absolutely the difference between manslaughter and murder. Context and intent is so important when you're doing convictions. How, in any way, did anyone think that that is not important? Oh no, wait. Because you literally wanted to get this man. You wanted to convict this man. That's why. That's why you bent the law and you bent the rules on this occasion. And it's amazing that not enough people are talking about this. You've got the likes of Ricky Gervais, whatever you think of him, he's up in arms about it. Good. David Baddiel, I believe, as well. He's up in arms about it. Good. Joe Rogan's spoken about it. Good. But where's everyone else? This affects absolutely everyone. Absolutely everyone. What, you're going to get convicted and you might have to serve time in prison because this is what this man is facing, all because of a joke, just because some people didn't understand it. What? Everyone needs to be up in arms about this. You can't go around convicting people of a joke. Jimmy Carr has made paedophilia jokes, for goodness sake. Prince Harry dressed up as a Nazi. Where's his conviction? Oh, because again, context and intent matters, right? The likes of John Cleese marching through Fawlty Towers doing the Nazi salute and Stormtrooper march. He wasn't arrested. He wasn't convicted. You cannot have this in society where the state, and this isn't a tinfoil hat moment, no one brought this man up on charges. He was arrested because they wanted to get him, basically. It's not a tinfoil hat moment at all. And I'm, the furthest possible person from this whole tinfoil hat bollocks, because I'm really not like that at all. But it needs to be said, you cannot do this. And I wanted to make this video really just to bring it to my audience and get people to talk about it and, get it out there just that little bit more, because it's super important. And I went to Count Dankula's YouTube page and he made a really good video where he talked about it, where he said he's been found guilty. Again, unbelievably, he's been found guilty. He's been labelled an anti-Semite. What? There's nothing in there that's anti-Semitic. He says, he set the joke up, and yes, he says, gas the Jews. But he's not saying it in support of it. There's going to be no neo-Nazis that are going to look at that video and go, right, that's our new PR tool right there. We're going to be sharing this everywhere. Because he's saying it's the worst thing. There's nothing supportive. And he says it incites racial hatred. This is what the judge said. How in any effing way, again, I can't swear too much, this video will be demonetized. How in any effing way does that incite racial hatred? He says it's the worst thing. It's so difficult not to just berate the judge and the Scottish system and name names and really go hard at these people. But as Count Dankula said, it's just not the way forward. To get this into the public eye is the way forward. To get people to talk about it is the way forward. Not to berate and insult these people. But fuck me, it's hard. Because these people are dumb as a fucking doorknob. It's unbelievable that they just because they're uptight, they just don't understand this joke. The thing is, and this is again what Count Dankula said on his video about it, is that why this is so dangerous is that this now effectively gives the state control over what you can and can't say, what can be implied as a joke and what can't be implied as a joke. And the issue lies in the fact that it's all well and good when, say, the people are in power which you are supportive. But I tell you now, if this becomes the norm, which, you know, when it's passed in law and is passed in court, it does, you know, it sets a precedent where it does kind of become the norm. It becomes an issue further down the line when someone in power that is ruthless and is completely far to, you know, to either side, that's when it becomes a real issue. It's all well and good now, those that are in support of this, those that were offended that didn't get the joke. It's all well and good now when the people that you like are in power. But I tell you what, you should be really, really worried when it's someone that is wanting to actually control you and does really want to, you know, put words in your mouth, and, you know, they will convict you when you say something wrong. That's when it becomes a problem. And this has now set that precedent. So I wanted to make this video to kind of bring that more into the public eye. And I want to ask you guys, what do you think of this? You know, I have a lot of American subscribers where you guys hold free speech as one of the utmost importance. And I always say, yeah, free speech is hugely important. It absolutely is. The thing is that, and this is what a lot of people need to understand, is that offence is only taken. It's not given. You can't give offence. You know, it's your choice to be offended by something. You either just choose to be offended by it or not. It was a joke. Like, I don't understand how, you know, yes, of course it's insensitive. Yes, of course people may find it offensive. But it's not something which you should convict someone over. Absolutely not. This man may serve 6 months to a year in prison for making a joke. You know? And then when you compare it to people that have done far worse things, far worse actual criminal activities, and they don't get prison time. You know, they spend maybe a month doing some community service. It's just a travesty. It's an absolute travesty. And it really makes a mockery of the judicial system in not only Scotland, but the UK just as a whole. It's a total joke. That's the real joke here. That's the punchline. Is that in convicting someone of a joke, you've made yourself look like a bunch of idiots. Like an absolute bunch of idiots. So well done, Judge. You convicted a man for making a joke that you didn't understand. And you ruled that context and intent doesn't matter. Well, there's plenty of other people that you can now arrest and convict because of context and intent. It does not matter. In any video, anywhere, any news reporter commenting on absolutely anything which could be deemed to be racially motivated and racial hatred, you could even talk about this stuff now, and that's it, done. You could be arrested. That's literally what this implies, because context and intent does not matter here. So to my American subscribers, what do you think about this? I'm sure you've heard about it. Let me know down below in the comment section. To all my UK subscribers, have you heard about this? If you haven't, you need to get talking about this. Share this video. Absolutely share this video. Get people talking about it, because this needs to be out in the open. And the more people talking about it, the better. There's a lot of people that are supporting this which you might not agree with. Who the hell cares? It doesn't matter. The point is that free speech is that's the point. Free speech is actually at risk here. You cannot have the state telling you what you can and can't say and what can and can't be deemed as a joke. That's ludicrous. That is literally going into, you know, really, really dangerous territory. I shouldn't even have to explain where that could possibly lead. And it's not a tinfoil hat moment. That's genuinely what the potential is here. So let me know your thoughts. Please do share this. Get people talking about it, because it's really important. And yeah, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. I don't normally do videos like this. They're a little bit more light-hearted, but I had to do this. I had to get, I had to kind of put my thoughts out there and also just do my bit because I feel it's really important. So as always, I've been Mr. H. Until next time, I'll catch you in the comments section.